Hello, Hybrid fans. I'm Mike Wilkes, joined always by my broadcast colleague, Dr. DeWife.
Hello.
And fans, we just want to welcome you to the Hybrid Experience Thanks Meetings here on a Thanksgiving holiday, just bringing all the wrestling action to you, our faithful fans. See Animo there coming out to the ring.
Oh, he's raring to go, excited. The fans are all just eating him up. Lucky thing, too, because the season of hungry.
That's right, lots of appetites out there. Animo coming here to make everybody happy on the holiday. I'll tell you what, though, Animo might be having some trouble making himself happy at this match he's got here. I love seeing the heart that this kid has coming out here ready to go, but the man that he's going to be facing
Eats hearts for dinner.
yeah, literally eats hearts for dinner.
Yeah.
Not a man I would want to find myself across the ring from myself. Animo, unfortunately, finds himself stuck in this position. Looking forward to seeing how he fares against this man.
The song says it all. Oh,
There you see the mother of mayhem, Lilith, and of course, her arrival only means one thing.
His opponent, being led to the ring by the mother of mayhem, Lilith.
or actually, no. We have. He just stares everyone down. I don't think it's him staring at anything as much as it's the darkness that kind of creeps through the room.
I think that's a good way to put it, Doc. I mean, I would say Crowley's not so much staring at somebody, more like he's staring through the individual. Just comes out here with this aura radiating from the man of just, I don't even know how to describe it, just
It's like an all-consuming aura.
right, just to get the sense of foreboding
Yes.
when Alexander Crowley walks past you. Just, again, just coming out just this terrifying visage and the mask and the hood and the smoke and everything else. And we haven't even gotten to the man's in-ring ability.
Right. This is a man who is decorated as well. If you notice, he has a championship around his waist. So this is a person that you really don't want to underestimate.
Absolutely not. See Lilith there staring at Animo holding up Crowley's mask.
Here he is showing the world who he is and what he's about. Just make sure that we are clear on the fact that this is going to be a tough match for anyone. And mind you, he's just starting. He's had a few matches under his belt up to this point. This is a real test for him.
It is a real test in every sense of the word. I mean, physically, it's a wrestling ring. It's going to be a hard competition. Mentally, I have to wonder how this is going to fare to him. I mean, again, we just touched on everything that Crowley brings to the table as far as just out-of-ring presence.
Right.
And Animo,
But look at him. His energy is ready. He's up. He's good to go.
Let's ring that bell.
And there it is. Floyd Curl announces the bell and it's rung.
and we're underway here at Thanks Meetings. Alexander Crowley versus Animo. Collar elbow tie up gets us underway.
This is a good time to start strategizing, you know. You got to figure out who you're up against, what you got to do to get the upper hand, and you're going to need all that time you can to calculate that.
There you go. Got to think that's some calculation going on in the head of Animo. After that, Crowley just managing to shove him down, breaking the tie up. To touch on what you were saying, Doc, as far as your game plan going into this, having time to think, I mean, how do you prepare for an opponent who is as trained as Alexander Crowley is? Case in point, that swift kick to the side of the leg right there. A man who can come at you from any angle, fists, feet, elbows, knees. Not only dealing with the threat inside the ring, but the threat outside the ring as well.
Exactly. Well, you just have to train your body in all ways, not just in the moves, the muscle memory, but you also have to train your body to take those shots. And this is where Animo is starting to realize that even with all of his training, he still has to compensate in some way to adjust for the fact that not only are you working with a champion, you're wrestling a champion, but you have to deal with what's outside the ring. Like you said, Lilith is no one to underestimate either.
Absolutely not. Test of strength going on here between Crowley and Animo. You hear these hybrid fans getting firmly behind Animo, trying to push him through this contest.
Not sure if flexibility here, too. They're pushing each other. Animo's trying to push Crowley into a corner, but
Opening, trying to get some leverage. Crowley there just kicking the legs out from Animo, but the grip holds. Animo. How about that innovative twist into the head scissors takeover by Animo?
So we're already seeing how uniquely designed his moves are, but we're going to see if that's going to be enough.
So far, seems to be going according to plan. Animo's got the momentum at the moment. Crowley trying to make something happen, but Animo, the young man, is ready for whatever he's throwing at them. Check this out. Arm drag. Crowley sent to the opposing corner.
The crowd's really giving him the energy. Throws his shoulder right into the torso of Crowley and pulls him down to the ground. Crowley a little bit dazed, but you can't give him too much time because Lilith is right there banging the drums of war.
100%, Doc. You're exactly right. Animo looks like he's of the same mind, not relenting on this onslaught. Alexander Crowley go for the pin, but just a 2, our first near fall.
And this is, to me, it's a little early to be looking for a pin, but I understand where he's coming from. He wants to test to see how much of Crowley he's already exhausted.
Exactly. I would definitely agree with that assessment. Also, let's not forget, I mean, these pins, they also do take something out of you. Like, you do have to actually go and kick your own body weight up, get your shoulders off the mat. There's another grown man laying on top of you that you have to deal with. It does take it out of you. Crowley, to his credit, does not look like he's letting that affect him too much so far.
Not at all.
The kick into that German suplex. Crowley picks up a near fall of his own.
Animo's showing a little bit of wear on his head. He's holding it. Is that frustration or is that pain?
Maybe a little both. This is my assessment here. I'd have to go with the ladder, Doc. I mean, that was a nasty, nasty landing on that German suplex. Crowley planted him perfectly on execution. The back of that head of Animo slapping across the mat.
Takeover. Crowley sends a wicked kick into his chest. Part 2. Are we going for a third?
He does go for it, but Animo ready for it. Catches him with that big forearm. Spins Crowley around, but Animo choosing not to capitalize. Daring Crowley to come back at him. He may regret that.
Changing forearms at this point, but does that anger Crowley or does that send them into Dream Street? We got to wait and see because here we have Animo. He's encouraging more, but you have to be careful what you wish for.
Oh, hold on. Both men having the same trick in mind. Those big kicks to the side of the head of Animo, to the side of the head of Crowley. Both men laid out. Our referee checking on them, making sure they're still conscious, but his count begins nonetheless. Lilith there trying to will Crowley back into the fight, slapping on the mat, let him know there's still a contest going on, but the referee's count continues.
Considering the fact that he is the head of the Church of Crowley, this is how she begins the preaching, the discussions, everything. Everything starts with her energy, and that's what she's sending over to him.
Absolutely right. The Mother of Mayhem called that for very good reason. Alexander Crowley missing with that pump kick and eats the big lariat from Animo.
Whoa!
That forearm takes down Crowley one more time. What's Animo cooking here? Hooks him. Backbreaker.
Is it going to be enough?
Into the DDT.
Nice.
Nice combination from Animo.
The darkness swells the more that you poke at this bear, so we'll see if he can keep up. Because once you put all those beatings into Crowley, when he gets back up and he's ready to go, there's no stopping him. So Animo has to keep his head in the game.
Yeah, there's no stopping if he gets to that point. If you're Animo, I gotta think that game plan is ending this before he gets to that point. And to the young man's credit, doing a hell of a job with it right now, but it takes just a moment as Crowley catches him with that ripcord into the elbow. This flurry of strikes, down goes Animo, and that hard kick to the side of the head. Good Lord.
Animo's. Quick cover, Animo's back.
See the eyes of Animo.
He's letting everybody know I'm still here. Crowley looks a little bit, not flustered, but there's some frustration there. You might not be able to see it in his face, but you can see the aura kind of rising. It's getting a little bit hot here.
See, that aura is manifesting in some frustration. See Crowley slapping the mat. Don't think he was expecting quite this amount of resilience. This young competitor, but we've seen that before. The knee pad is down. The exposed knee right into the jaw of Animo.
That's enough to break your jaw.
Absolutely right, and Animo's lucky.
Oh,
that's all he walks away with.
Top rope, Crowley. Taking a stand here. Oh!
Crowley Crowley going for the double stomp from the top rope. Animo moves out the way, catches him with the flatliner.
They're both down. That's the interesting part of some of these things that happen in the ring. Sometimes you are going to give a shot to your opponent that takes them down, but sometimes the shot takes you both down.
And sometimes it's just out of sheer desperation. Got to think after that hard knee shot from Crowley to Animo, that move may have been just that, but Animo looks like he's gathering his wits about him. That's Crowley hooked, but hold on, the reversal into the brainbuster.
Now Animo's seeing stars.
1,
2, and he's back. He's able to shake it off in that split second just to get right back up.
Tell you, 2.5, Animo coming dangerously close to losing the matchup, and that brainbuster almost dashed his hopes here at Thanks Beatings.
Something else is getting exposed. Crowley formulating a game plan. No, he's getting ready. Safety first.
Of course, naturally, when you're in a wrestling ring,
That's
safety
right.
is the first thing on everybody's mind.
But is Animo safe?
Not at all.
Something's
Doc.
being conjured
Not
here.
at all. He is in there with one of the most dangerous men who has stepped into a high ring. Alexander Crowley manages to fight out of fireman's carry. Does Animo?
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, Animo didn't calculate this one. Oh.
Into the ripcord Sister Abigail maneuver. 1, 2, 3.
Whoa. There you have it, folks.
And just like that, fans, we were saying it the whole match, all it takes is one moment, and you see there, Alexander Crowley looked like he was in trouble in that match, Doc. Animo had the better of him for just a moment, but just like that ripcord into the Sister Abigail, and Alexander Crowley is your victor.
That's a great match. And we always give credit to those who are just starting out, the Animo being one of them. He did put on a good show of force, but it's going to take more time for him to be able to nurture his skill set in order for him to conquer a towering mountain such as Aleister Crowley, because that's a lot of darkness to take over.
Hold on, Doc. You're right. Absolutely. Animo off to a great start to his career, but does have a ways to go. Crowley seems to recognize just that. Show of respect here at Thanks Meeting between the Death Dealer, Corazon, Rio Grande, Animo.
Well, that's not it though. We have more to come, so stay tuned. If you are in YouTube land or if you're here, don't go away. Don't go too far.
That's right, fans. And if you haven't already, be sure you like this video, share, comment, subscribe to the Hybrid School of Wrestling on YouTube. And we will be right back here with more action from Thanks Beatings. Don't go anywhere.